I'm going to tell you something about Miss Jaguar Wright. And I'm going to speak a little nebulous for reasons, but some of you will get the gist of what I'm saying. I've been seeing a number of online attacks against Jaguar Wright in the last week or so.
Look at me. Life and love only. No bad juju. No bad voodoo.
The seeds are being sown. But what a lot of folks don't realize is that people who work with energy, or those that are deeply connected to the spiritual realm, those types of folks are oftentimes confronted with existential crisis after existential crisis. It just comes with the territory. And a lot of times those folks might look crazy while they're going through all of that. Jaguar has a very intense energy, immense, and she's walked in the light and danced in the dark. I have too, and I can do so effortlessly. However, for a lot of us, there are limits, hard limits. As I've said, I've moved in a lot of dark circles, and I and others have been in rooms where the Dark Lords are present. Although many of us didn't know it at the time, but we've seen and we've heard. And that's when we begin asking ourselves, where do we fit into all of this? Or do we even fit at all? But the temptations, the opportunities that are being dangled in front of our faces, the most incredible opportunities. However, for some of us, the price is just too high, which includes turning your back on what you saw, pretending you didn't see it, pretending you didn't hear it. So in the long run, it all comes down to that profound choice to either move with the flow or to go against it. And if it's the latter, pepper your Angus, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. And around that time is when the most intense spiritual battle begins. Because now what are you going to do about what you've seen, what you've heard, what you've been able to confirm? That's when we begin to go through it. And that catharsis is never pretty, especially from the perspective of those watching from the outside in. Those who've been in those rooms know what I'm talking about. The things you witness, the things you hear, the things you have to turn your back on. And when you choose not to go down that path, the attacks will come either physically, spiritually, telepathically, or via public shaming. And in regard to public shaming, they will paint you as either insane or a host of other things. They did it to Kanye and a whole lot of other folks, and now they're doing it to Jaguar. And if that person is not spiritually grounded and heavily prepared for the battle, the attacks might actually make that person go insane, hence a self-fulfilled prophecy. So my message to Jaguar is, stay strong, honey, because they're coming for your sanity, or at the very least, the public perception of your sanity. We know how this works, and I'm sure you already know this, but I just had to throw in my 2 cents because I see the gears beginning to turn. The hoodie I'm wearing, this is one of my favorite quotes. You don't see any words, right? There's no words here. You do see a hammer, and right here is a flattened out nail. And this reads as, the nail that sticks out will get hammered down. Take care, honey.
DemiDeLaNuit does it again. I'm not going to try to be insulting, but try to say, well, basically she said things that I know that only she could say. And I'm going to say something that I know I could say. Jaguar Wright is fighting against forces that, that people not made aware of. I'm aware of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some people think I'm being a little weirded on that, but there are demonic forces at work, and I wish I was capping. It's kind of weird though. Once upon a time, and I should know, I know some of it, and I know some people got involved with it. People listen to music in the hard rock heavy metal industry, and there's some dark metal, black metal industry than some people involved in satanic worship. Some people said don't take it seriously, but I'm sorry, like, people, the public think like, oh, you're a headbanger, you're the devil worship, you worship Satan, you worship the devil. And once upon a time, people in the hard rock, heavy metal industry, even some hardcore industry, got all the smoke and all the work because they've been accused of called devil worshippers. Motley Crue, even though they're swept down, they're not devil worshippers, they wore the pentagram, they're like, oh, they're satanic, they're satanic. You got Slayer, you got so many different bands, they're getting all that heat because they're being accused of being devil worshippers. Look at the concerts now. Look at Taylor Swift, where she sees herself as a witch. Look at a pop and hip hop artist. All demonic gear, all demonic symbols. There's a concert where you got big bold lights flashing saying, "Hail Satan." What? Once upon a time, when rock groups do that, they get banned, they get all this, that. Nope. Turns out pop, hip hop, and other contemporary music, now all of a sudden it's okay. So, but here's the thing though, it's more of a so-called artsy rebellion. No, this is for real. They're entertaining dark demons. There are some dark forces at work, and it's for those who are like one would say not ready or spiritually grounded. It's called overwhelming. It's like you try to stand 10 toes deep against a very powerful flood that's ready to sweep you off your feet. Like I said, I'm not going to try to sound as intelligent as DemiDeLaNuit. It's not possible. Well, I can say that Jaguar Wright is very brave for standing up against a powerful entity known as the music industry, the entertainment industry, because some of the things they did, bringing harm for others, promising fame and fortune to people, but for a price that is going to be way too much for them. It's equivalent to like the flight of the Icarus. Yes, you get fame and fortune, but how far to the sun you willing to fly before your wings melt away and you begin that long but fast descent down, down, down. Like I said, DemiDeLaNuit, I'm not going to try to insult you or anybody else to try to sound intelligent because I can't. I'm not college educated. I'm not smart, but I do know enough to where, like I say, like, there's a powerful forces at work. And everybody, anybody who knows about, because me, I'm a Christian, and I'm very much aware of the dark forces that is at work, especially through music. And to my surprise, like, of all places, like, in hip-hop, pop music is popping up like crazy. And in that, a lot of dark people, dark lords, or dark figures doing some very harmful things to people. And Jaguar Wright is bringing light to it. They expose them. But it's not that Jaguar is right as well. A few of the brave souls are stepping up and saying, like, no more, enough is enough. DemiDeLaNuit, thank you once again. And any brave soul who's got the courage to stand up and say, like, this was going on, this has to stop. I say, fight on, don't be afraid, and God bless you. Peace.